You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, John and Zach.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I'm Lisa.
And welcome to the reveal episode of 16 through 20. So, yeah. Ooh, okay.
The reveal's probably going to mean a lot more to you than...
Yeah, I'm already mad at myself. Okay, 16, we had said was dried fruit.
Yeah, sweet.
The taste was like a dry pepper spice.
Bitter, black pepper.
Yep. You said 95, or I said 95. You said high 90s.
Yeah. I threw it at.
You threw it out. I said it was a downtown. I said it was a bourbon. I think you kind of agree with me on that one. Or
I said rye, I think, because you were going between rye and bourbon.
So we were both wrong.
Okay, great.
Yep, we're both wrong. This was Balcones Texas Single Malt Whiskey, a special release, and the proof. You win according to what was it?
Without going over.
Yeah, 106 proof.
Oh, okay. What was the brand again?
Balcones.
Where's that at?
Texas.
Oh.
Hence why it's a Texas single malt.
Ah.
So, both wrong on that. Yeah, Balcones is also the one that does Brimstone, which is where we get where we got that like sweaty butt scooter note. Like a couple years ago when we had Aaron on the show.
Oh, boy.
You know those blue square scooters that we all had in gym class?
Yes.
Yeah, it tasted like the room that those came out of.
Ew,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so 17, I said was crisp. I had the typical like vanilla, kind of going on with it. I did say it did die and the hug was delayed. What would you
I
rate?
said it had a hug.
I said 86 proof.
I said 85.
Okay, well, I win compared to those rules because this is 90 proof.
Okay, all right.
And it is Four Roses small batch, which
right.
I did say I would change my rating because it was a downtown just because it wasn't like anything like crazy. No, this is a Haas. This is a great, like, easy grab for people for 90 proof. Like, it's exactly what it's supposed to be.
I got you a Four Roses the one time, didn't I?
You did. I think it was the small batch. Hold on, let me look real quick.
And what was this?
So you did give me a Four Roses for our one anniversary, right? Because it was like
because it was the fruit and flowers something.
Yeah. But you got me one of the single barrels. This was a small batch.
Oh, small. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But no, this is an easy grab. I would definitely recommend this. Oh yeah, the small batch is $35. It's definitely an easy grab to go.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And that one I rated a downtown. Like I would like it in an old fashioned or something.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see. Aaron wrote down that this was a special release of that Balcone, so I don't know if I'm going to find it.
Oh, the first one.
Limited distribution, but the Balcones was $70. The first one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And number 18. I said had light peat, was crisp.
This was the marker one.
Mm-hmm. Lighter peater, like light peat still. I wanted to say this was a finish, but I just wasn't sure because I really didn't taste anything too much. I said 80 proof was a Scotch. I did give it a Haas. You also gave it a Haas, but this is Haas number two.
Yeah.
What was the proof that you said 90 for this one?
I said 90. Yeah.
So this one is called Spey Tenny. So this, I had to pull this up because I never heard of this one. It's a single malt from Speyside Distillery, owned by Harvey's of Edinburgh. Initially aged in bourbon casks before enjoying 6 months finished in tawny port casks. So it is a finished whiskey.
Okay.
So it is a Scotch. We're right on that. It is finished. I didn't get a lot of but I don't know anything about ports. That's probably why I really couldn't pinpoint it.
Mm-hmm.
According to, what is this? Master of Malt. Yeah, I'm not seeing a price on here. It says a price that you can compare it to, but doesn't actually give a price. And did I say the proof?
I don't think so.
92.
Oh, I said 90.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
80.
Okay.
19. I'm sorry, Herman. If you're listening, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
This is Dad's Hat. This is a Dad's Hat product. Dad's Hat is out of Philly.
Yeah,
the one that's he's the one that's always he's real amazing person, super knowledgeable. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Wants to roll out the red carpet anytime we go. He's the one out. He was north of Philly. Remember I said we might go see him before when we were at the wedding.
Yeah.
And I through this ad, and I feel like I'm a horrible
Well,
friend.
what? It's Dad's hat, but what specifically is it?
Founders Single Barrel Selection number 2. I couldn't find anything on the site because I think this is done because the site now has number 3.
Oh, okay.
And I said 115. I wanted to say 120 proof. What'd you say?
I said 105.
134.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, but for 134, I didn't feel like there was that like crazy of a hug. It was all on the mouthfeel, right? With this, the spice, but there was not a crazy hug, which is what made me back off of 120, even though I felt like
That's funny because I asked you at the beginning before we recorded
130 was
what's like the max.
and we hadn't hit anything like that, but so just because their site is offering single barrel selection number 3, I'm assuming 2's out. So sorry, folks. And 3 was a different proof. It wasn't as high as 134, but
Okay.
I've always said that if you want to do a Pennsylvania rye flight, you work your way up to Dad's Hat. Dad's Hat has always had like a lot more of like a pepper spice, as you had tried, right, than any other Pennsylvania rye whiskey that I've had. I think there's a way to work up to it because it definitely, if you are a rye fan, this is the bottle to get, hands down. Get from him. A lot of his stuff is a lot more on that pepper spice, which is why it's a little like, not off-putting is the wrong word, but if you're not ready for it, it hits you.
Yeah.
As it did with both of us. So I regret throwing it out, but now that I know what it is, I get it. And I would have known that ahead of time, you know what I mean? But I did compare it to Wild Turkey, even though I'm not a big fan of Wild Turkey, but that's got to be a plus for him. So I'm sorry, Herman. I love you. Please don't hate me. Number 20 is 2 James. Oh, sorry. We said floral. Oh, this was the one you like. This was your Haas number 1.
This was my Haas number
floral. 1. I said like fresh carrots, a nice campfire smoke. I did pick Scotch because I didn't feel like it was finished. Well, I should have went with my gut because I never do. This is I said 80 proof. You said
100.
Okay. By Price is Right rules, I technically win because it was 91.
Oh, okay.
This is 2 James J. Riddle peated bourbon.
Oh.
So it's not a Scotch, it's a peated bourbon, which is kind of like peated bourbon. The only one I have here that is Liberty Pole does one where they add peated malt into the mash.
Okay.
Up front. So let me pull up there.
So where is this one out of?
This was featured early. What number was the J. Riddle one? Hold on, he just texted me that. Number 8 in the calendar was also Detroit. Detroit Distillery. Which makes sense because that's where Alex is at. So the one admin, and he lives, so that would make sense that he could get something from there. Yeah, peated bourbon. That's actually, and I give it a Haas, and I thought it was a Scotch. I would stick to that. I would love to have. There's not too many peated bourbons out there. So being able to have like another bottle of a peated to like compare it to, Liberty Poles, like to have that nice like side by side. I would totally keep this as a Haas.
Are you surprised that my Haas number 1 was a peated bourbon? Or the one I liked the most?
I mean, I didn't think you would give a Haas on anything. So the fact that you gave 2 of them a Haas and they both had Scotch tendencies.
It's surprising.
One was a Scotch, one was a finished Scotch, one was a peated bourbon, so no, I'm like I said before, I thought you did really well for your first time and it's fun. Now we know you like Scotches. So now I know, now when we go out I'm going to have you pick like a Scotch like mixed drink next time we go out.
Yeah.
So there you have it. There they are. Herman, again, I apologize. Please don't hate me. Like I said, I did say throw it out as a blind. I'm sorry. Okay. Make fun of me. Go ahead. However, if you are a fan of Pennsylvania rye and you are a fan of that pepper spice just knocking you right up front, this is the bottle for you. The Dad's Hat. Anything is the bottle for you. Although we did have his Bottled and Bond, his most recent release in Bottled and Bond at the Whiskey Fest here in Pittsburgh, and it was lights out good. That's awesome. 2 from a smaller distillery in the box is pretty cool with that 2 James. So here so it's a 79% Michigan corn, 21% Scottish barley, and aged in full format 53. Oh, so it's only 2 grain. That's interesting. Usually, okay, cool. Awesome. For the 2, James. Well, thank you again.
You're welcome again.
Will you come back?
I come back.
Yeah?
Yeah. Maybe, maybe make it with something to try that you already think I would like.
Well, now that we have kind of an inkling, yeah. Or if we
true.
ever do, we want to do we want to get someone in here like a cocktail expert to come in and do something.
Yes.
So have you come back for that?
Because normally I'm surprised at how much if a cocktail's made well, how much I enjoy whiskeys being in a cocktail. I definitely enjoy cocktails made with whiskey more than like a vodka based.
Oh yeah. Well, vodka's got no flavor, so you have to rely on everything else. Alrighty, folks. So again, we're not done. So until next time, see you later.